Welcome back to another episode of
Yeah, but you were thinking it.
Oh my God, Brittany! Well, you were thinking it. Yeah, well, you said it.
I'm Jonna.
And I'm Ethan. So, today we are going over a little Reddit post. This one says, the title is, Boyfriend said my new nails are so disgusting, he wants to spit on them. Which, by itself, I don't think I've ever heard someone say that they wanted to spit on someone's
That's so
nails.
random.
It's very weird. I spit on you.
Yeah, that's
spit
all
on your
I can
nails.
think of. And also what comes to mind, well, let's read it first and see if it still sticks.
All right. So, today I got my nails done with my best friend. My boyfriend saw them when I came home and said they're so disgusting he would spit on them. He told me next time I get my nails done, he'll be taking me, and I'm not allowed to do that with anyone else anymore, and that for now, on my... What? Anyways, sorry. People who post on Reddit aren't great with the whole grammar thing. So, from now on, my best friend has to come to my house if I want to see her, because he doesn't want me going there anymore. This reason being because he doesn't trust my best friend. He keeps calling my nails ugly and reckons I'll, quote, I'll get better ones when he's with me, end quote. And has been horrible to me all night. He won't stop carrying on and I don't know what to do. I'm 25, he's 28. I'm not sure why she ended with that, but that's...
I don't know. Maybe because she didn't want people to think they were like 16 and 17 or something like that. She just thought maybe that might be helpful to some people. But first of all, boy, bye. Like, if I ever came home and you didn't like my nails, like, fine, say that. There's been times when you're like, no, I like your natural nails better. But you have never, ever...
Told you that I wanted to spit on them? That's correct.
Yeah. First of all, that sounds like some weird-ass fetish, which, like, if that's your thing, fine, but clearly that's not what he was going for.
Yeah.
Like, all I can picture in my head, first of all, is, like, those really long nails that, like, they click every time you move your hand in any direction. But that's still, like, I find those ugly, personally. But I don't go around, like, telling people, oh, yeah, your nails are objective. Like, they're subjective. Like, they are personal preference. And
yeah, here's the thing. We're going down the wrong path, I feel like, on this. It has nothing to do with the nails. This dude's a psycho.
Yeah, clearly.
Like,
clearly. And how do you get from your nails are ugly, you're gonna go with me to get them, to you're not allowed to go to your best friend's house anymore, I don't trust her? Like, I feel like we're missing something here.
For sure. Had she come home pregnant after being out with her best friend, okay, yeah. I get it.
Right.
I get it. But that's not the case. Like, to me, it sounds like the beginning of... See, I also want to know how long they've been together. It sounds like the beginning of a super controlling relationship.
Yes.
Where the guy finds one thing that's weird or whatever, and is like slowly trying to separate that person from her friends. When I was in high school, she wasn't my friend or anything, but someone I was dating at the time was friends with this girl who at like 15 or 16 started dating like an older guy. I think he was like 20 or 21, which already...
Yeah.
But started dating this guy, and he slowly... Like, I remember watching it happen where they were slowly just... A wedge got driven between them. And I can't say he made her do all this stuff, but like, she dropped out of school for him. She started working at, I think, at McDonald's or something. But then we would go to McDonald's to like visit her or whatever, like, hey, so-and-so, you know, what's happening?
Yeah.
Like through the drive-thru.
Right.
Not even like walking in, like wasting like her time while she's trying to work. But like in the drive-thru, we'd get, we'd order some fries or like a McChicken so that we could just say like, what's up? And I guess that happened a few times, and then suddenly she didn't work there anymore. She worked at some...
Burger King.
She worked at a place where like she didn't work in in a
customer
service
yeah.
type thing. So like you
a more isolated environment.
And so like
I
just remember being like, what the, like that's so weird. And like,
yeah.
and all of her friends were like, hey man, this dude's a weirdo. Like, and I haven't heard or seen this girl in, over a decade, but the last time I heard anything about her, like they had gotten married and like moved to the middle of nowhere and like all this stuff.
And now she's dead in a basement.
Well, that's the thing.
Unalived. She's unalived. I think I have to bleep out that word.
but that's the thing with people like that. They're not trying to kill unalive anyone. They're trying to control them so they can have them all to themselves.
I know.
Real psycho.
Yeah.
And that's what that seems like to me.
Absolutely. That's like the first step that I'm gonna go at it again. I think you're right with wondering how long they've been together, because it seems to me like this is, it starts with a
relatively new relationship.
All the cans in the cupboard have to be perfectly aligned, and your nails have to be
a certain way,
red every single time, and they can't be more than a 1/4 inch long. You know what I mean? Like it.
Yeah.
I personally think like she was posting that knowing good and well that that's what it was, but I think she was looking for
someone to say it to her.
Validation in her her thoughts and her feelings, like, yeah, this dude is controlling me and I need to get out and stuff like that. And for the love of all that is holy, if somebody, male or female, is trying to control you or is showing signs of controlling behavior, I promise you, being alone is so much better than being in that kind of a relationship, because it gets much worse, and you're gonna probably end up alone at some point anyways.
You're gonna be, your choices are be alone and have friends, or be alone and have one person
and be miserable and can't talk to them about anything.
And if you have no friends, we live in an era where it's go
on Reddit.
Yeah, it's easier now than ever before to find people that share your interests. And again, like you said, for men and for women, because I think we like to not pretend, but I think we assume that it's these controlling dudes who separate women from their friends. There are plenty of women who exhibit the exact same behaviors and do the exact type of stuff.
That's why I said exactly.
And so sometimes you don't know you're in a controlling relationship until it's kind of past
deep
that
in
point.
there, yeah.
But one of the telltale signs is the separating of you
isolation
from your loved ones, including but not limited to your friends and or family.
Yeah.
Like and there is a fine line. I mean, there are people who have toxic friends, right? Like if you had a truly toxic friend,
right,
and I was like, you know what, I really don't like you being out with this person because they're
of course
always doing this
right
stuff. That's one thing. But if I would never,
if I can't go get my nails done with my girlfriend because I came back and you didn't like them, that's just insane.
Well, really, that's my problem.
Right.
It's not your problem.
Right.
It's my problem.
Right.
And if anytime I'm trying to make my problem your problem, that's not how that works.
No.
Like, and vice versa.
Right. I mean, kind of like, obviously, if you have a problem that, I want to work with you to help solve it, but this is not that kind of a scenario.
That's also a very, nails are a very temporary thing.
Right.
If I came home with a haircut you didn't like and you're like, I'm going with you every time.
Hell yeah. That is so out of like my realm of thinking.
Same here.
That it's hard to actually like really truly comprehend how the mind can get to a place like that.
Or even how you'd react to it. Like we can sit here and be like, I would do this,
right,
I would do that, but like we really don't know because we're not those people.
Yeah. I mean, I had a controlling boyfriend back fucking forever ago, but like I didn't realize at the time that he was doing that to me.
Was he older?
No, yes, but not too, like, he was like 3 years older than me, so it wasn't terribly.
How old were you?
Again? Threw me off. Okay. At the time, you know what? I was, believe it or not, we broke up. It was after you, because I remember turning 21 And on my 21st birthday, I was on the phone with him. And he was like, but we were separate, like we were in a long distance relationship.
You told him about this guy.
Yeah.
Right.
And he was like, he tried to keep me on the phone all the time. And if it wasn't on the phone, it was texting. And then like he used to say some creepy ass shit to me, like, I thought you said so and so wasn't at your house. Why did they post a picture of this? Isn't that your carpet? And I was like, whoa.
Psycho killer.
I was like, that's enough. I'm done. Like, I can't do this anymore. And there was that, like, it had to get to an extreme. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily an extreme level. To me, that's pretty extreme. When it becomes like stalkery, but I know that you're on the other side of the country. Yeah, that's like, hello, you know, if you're avoiding red flags like that, I mean, don't even ask for advice because you're not willing to take it. It's one of those things where you have to like kind of hit rock bottom to decide whether or not. And also, like, I think a lot of times, a lot of people who don't deem themselves as worthy or, you know, good looking,
low self-esteem,
are the ones who are more likely, I wouldn't say all the time, but are more likely to fall victim to somebody who is controlling like that. Please don't. Like, I can empathize with the fact that somebody might think that they're unworthy or undesirable, but I promise you that your person isn't that person who's trying to do that to you. So don't belittle yourself and lower yourself even further than you might already think you are, because more than likely you have a lot more going for you. And some people, believe it or not, actually care about what's on the inside versus completely what's on the outside.
I'm a completely outside person myself, so I don't know what that's like.
Yeah, we can tell. Anyways, that's all I have to say about that.
Same. Don't succumb to weirdo pressure to abandon your friends.
Red flags.
Red flags.
Be aware.
Pay attention.
We'll see you guys next time.